Welcome back to a brand new episode of TLC Talk on the Sarah Fraser Show. I am your host, Sarah Fraser. Every single Wednesday, we take a look at the biggest stories trending in the TLC world. Today, no exception. So, Kody Brown from Sister Wives has declared that polygamy is dead for the Brown family. This in a brand new trailer coming out from TLC. I'll tell you about that. Jon and Kate Plus 8, the legendary show, one of the legendary TLC shows. Is it coming back? Why fans are furious. We wrapped up Happily Ever After, the tell-all part 5, the longest tell-all in TLC history. My guess is we'll stop somewhere around 7. I think we're going to get a 7-parter at some point because people are so invested in the tea. And all the latest with Michael and Angela, we'll cover that. And a little welcome to Plathville recap as well. So for Sister Wives, because I know all my fans are dying to have the new season drop. Season 19 comes out September 15th. And more than ever, people actually seem really invested in this trailer. They want to see Christine, Mary, and Janelle thrive without Kody. I mean, I guess like terribly, like a lot of people are rooting for Robin to leave the old Codemeister as well. Could happen. I highly doubt it. And people are also, of course, very, very curious about how they're going to handle the tragic passing of Garrison. So we have all that coming out. Now, TLC this past week dropped a brand new trailer. It was a mini trailer. I'm going to play it for you right now, where Kody Brown confesses that he believes polygamy is completely dead, never to return. So this is kind of interesting because if you've been following Sister Wives and you follow the gossip like I like, probably, I'm going to say 6 months ago, there was a rumor that he and Robin were filming in Mexico and then even in Las Vegas with a potential new Sister Wives partner. Because we know, obviously, all the women have left Kody. It's been a minute. But from this, certainly doesn't sound like any of those rumors are true. Here we go.
The dream of the big polygamous family is just shot.
I'm not going to be friendly.
Ooh.
I don't really miss him. Let's just separate this completely.
They have all betrayed me.
He is sabotaging our relationship.
I'm out of my mind.
I've seen this coming for a long time. It's really a mess. I feel like the idiot that got left behind.
We're ready. Who's sabotaging Kody and Robin's relationship? Ooh, is it Christine? I cannot wait. So Kody declares that polygamy is now over for the Brown family. We shall see, but there's all the news. So I'm sure a lot more gossip will be coming out, and you can get caught up because most recently, Mary Brown was on the Sarah Fraser Show. And don't worry, I'm going to replay that whole interview in its entirety because it was a 3-parter coming up very soon. So you'll be able to hear everything that Mary and her best friend Jen had to say about Kody this season. I mean, Christine, Janelle, the passing of Garrison, and so much more. The other show that everyone is talking about is Happily Ever After, which wrapped up its 5-part. 5 parts. Lord, did we need that? Not really. But on the 5th part of Happily Ever After Tell-All, we see Jasmine take a lie detector test, which she was telling the truth for everything, that she's attracted to Gino. She's not attracted to her ex. She's being truthful about her intentions with Gino, everything. We see that. We see the moment. This was actually, I thought, pretty good. We saw the moment that Michael walked away from Angela Deem's. That was pretty good. The confessional of Angela Deem in a car, essentially saying, this is it, he's gone. And then they do get Michael on the phone where he confesses he is 18 hours away from Angela. And yeah, he's completely out of sight, out of mind. And that's it. And he is left. So that was obviously a big moment. We know they're not together. I did an emergency podcast episode on Sunday because over the weekend, there's a lot of speculation, and a YouTuber, The Daily Gist, had a video drop that essentially says that Kim Kardashian is offering legal advice to Michael Ilesanmi. Okay, Michael. And on top of that, that they want him to film a scene or two for their Hulu, The Kardashians, because this is the part I don't believe is true. Could I see a world where Kim K is reaching out and helping Michael? Absolutely. But do I see them inviting, I don't know, maybe them inviting him on the Kardashian show? And then the rumor is on the YouTube channel that Chris is going to give him branding advice moving forward, what he should do with his career. Because they're not going to be on TLC if ever again. And maybe this is their opportunity, right? We see Lifetime doing this. Lifetime is signing a lot of the old Bravo stars, a lot of the housewives that are no longer on, Bethany Frankel, Lisa Rinna, they're all doing one-off movies with them. Maybe that the Kardashians see this is the way and they're going to scoop up one person's trash as another person's treasure. So people were very invested in that. Gino, lots of people messaging me that Gino has a new girlfriend. She's at Hot Pink Guitar on Instagram. Comments have been limited on this woman's account. Oh my God, hold on. Let me bring up the picture. Let me show you. Then we'll get to here she is. Her real name is Kelly Wagner. Gorgeous. I mean, do we? How is Gino? How did Gino get all his money? Is he rich? I mean, how is Gino affording these women? There is no way. Okay, and he's liked like all her pictures. Are you kidding? There is, in what world? In what world? People are saying to me, Sarah, you're wrong. Gino and Jasmine are not together. He's with this woman. This is his new girlfriend. He's already posted pictures and they are together and happy. I just don't believe it, you guys. I don't. I think Gino and Jasmine are so great at keeping people talking. I mean, there's just no way you're telling me this woman is okay. This is like me landing, so I'm trying to think of like who's super hot right now. I don't know. I'm not really attracted to most of the younger actors these days. This is like me saying I'm with Ryan Gosling. I mean, it's just, you cannot make this up. So if you guys, I know there's a picture circulating of he and this hot pink guitar girl, but there's been several pictures of him. There's even been a rumored guy that Jasmine was hooking up with earlier this year. And then she did the lie detector test. And it seems like she only has eyes for Gino. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't. But that's a little bit of the recap. So it's over. Are you happy that Happily Ever After, their 5 parts, is done? Are you thrilled about that? Some people are, and some people are loving it. Tammy Slayton was at a Red Lobster where they pulled out a lobster from the tank and let her hold it. This could be why Red Lobster is now in bankruptcy. I mean, why are we... Now, look, I know that the lobster has to be cooked, so it's going to be sanitized basically when it's cooked, right? But like, why are we taking time? I guess, I mean, I know she's a huge star, but it's the most bizarre video on her Instagram. They pull out the lobster from the tank. Now, has rubber bands on its claws, clearly, so it doesn't snap her. They're like, Tammy, you can do it. Like her friends are like, encouraging her. They're like, you got this, Tammy. You can hold the lobster. She holds the slimy lobster and throws up the deuces. And I'm like, I got to hang out with Tammy. One of my goals, one of my dreams, I always told you guys this, was to have this Diane Sawyer moment where I go to Kentucky and I interview the entire Slayton family. Chris, his wife. I mean, it's just the sisters. Tammy is such a star. Anyhow, a lot of people are commenting on this. They're like, Tammy, you're amazing. You're so brave. And I know you guys, we already talked about this, and it's been on my social media as well. Although Tammy, with some other women, announced a 500-pound weight loss. 500 pounds. So she has to be 200 and something now. It's so amazing. It's so incredible to see. And I will tell this is breaking news. This is breaking news. I am unblocked by Tammy Slayton on TikTok. I'm just saying, you guys, maybe the universe is listening and the universe is like, you are going to have your chance to sit down and do an interview with Tammy Slayton. I am putting it out there. She is everything. Oh my God. And I love the attitude. I hope she doesn't lose the attitude now that she's super hot, lost all the weight. But she has unblocked me on TikTok. Now, the only thing I can think of, because, I've been blocked for like a year and I can't even remember what got me blocked. I know we've talked about this. I think it was, this was a source close to Tammy. There was a picture circulating of her like a year ago, and it had been photoshopped and it made her look super skinny. And I asked the person, has she lost this much weight? This is like what she currently looks like now. And they were like, no, I did that. I know Tammy was very offended by that. So I was blocked. But I don't know. Did she delete her account and then relaunch? I don't know how this is, but on TikTok, hold on. I am now unblocked.
There's this quote that I think
150. I think this is her. Maybe this isn't her. Maybe it's not her original one. This one's got 156,000 followers. Oh, maybe it's not really her because it's Tammy L. Slayton. Oh God. Did I just say that I was unblocked?
life is not measured by time.
Okay. Never mind. Okay. I think I'm still blocked. Okay. God, she has like 10,000 accounts on here. Look at this. Look at all these. This is wild. All right. I think I'm still blocked, actually. Damn it. That was really disappointing. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, that's that. At Tammy Slate. Yes, I am still blocked. Damn it. All right. Well, forget it. Well, you know what? I don't take it all back because Tammy's still my dream interview, but I guess the universe is not on my side. All right. The universe not seeing it that way. Jon and Kate Plus 8, are they returning? Here's another one where I sort of shot my load way too early because I slid into John Goslin's DMs and I was like, congrats on coming back. Not exactly. Jon and Kate Plus 8 is being re-released on TLC and fans have mixed reviews. Now, if you recall, in 2009, TLC canceled the series. There's been a ton of speculation as to why. I had heard many things, including Kate was super difficult. They were making a ton of money. She was like impossible to deal with. It had become so toxic. And in 2015, the show returned in a new form, airing Kate-centric seasons from then until 2017. And then it was completely canceled in 2017. So we haven't seen it back on air in its entirety until now. Well, this week, TLC announced on their Instagram a video showing early footage of Jon and Kate Plus 8. I think it's actually coming back for a new season, and it wrote, who's ready to take a trip down memory lane? TLC's caption kind of hinted that the whole show could be coming back. Then the caption announced a Jon and Kate Plus 8 season 1 marathon starts tonight at 8/7. The comments have been crazy on their Instagram. People obviously expressing disgust. They want to see Jon back with two of his kids because two of his kids, Colin and his one daughter, they are super tight and they don't speak to Kate. And I'm not sure if they speak to the other kids or not. I don't think they do. I think they're all trying to figure it out. And a lot of people feel that TLC is testing the waters to bring this show back. Bring it back, baby. Bring it back. Can you imagine? Like, what is Kate doing now? She had to go back to nursing school. These two were and does everyone remember those Ed Hardy shirts with Jon Gosselin? I mean, he was just the epitome of the early aughts. It was so good. They made millions of dollars, and I don't believe Jon or Kate. I know because the Dark Side of Reality did a whole series, and they don't have like any money to show for it. Can you imagine? Kate hired that hot bodyguard, the older guy that everyone thought she was like stooping, but apparently he was married. I think they were still hooking up from what I've heard. Allegedly. And now TLC, they believe, is testing the waters to see if they could have a Jon and Kate Plus 8 reboot. Yeah, we want to see it. Can you imagine? I mean, now the kids are all grown, so I'm sure it's like, what would it be about? I mean, Kate and Jon haven't spoken in years. All the kids are grown. Could it possibly be about the children? Could the children be kind of coming back together? That'd be amazing if that were to take place. Anyhow, so if you want to binge, you can binge watch it. And some people feel that TLC is putting it out there to test the waters. Let's talk Welcome to Plathville. Big week last week with Welcome to Plathville. Micah and his girlfriend Victoria hard launch a Instagram account, Veronica.Plath. This had people in my DMs. Are they already married? Are they already married? I don't think so. I think they're doing this like Veronica.Plath. It's Micah and Veronica. I feel like they're doing this more for just so everybody knows. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. The name choice is interesting, right? They show their dogs a lot. Here they are in their IG stories. They have several dogs and they're getting a ton of attention. They already have 1,900 followers. They just launched it a week ago. It's their joint account. They don't seem to be posting much on his. And I do recall last year that I thought she had her own separate Instagram, which is somewhere as well, Veronica Peter. Or maybe she took her Veronica Peter one and made it Plath. I don't think that they are married yet. I just don't. I think it's more of just a media play myself, but we will see. So people were all over that. And people have had a lot of comments about her, but they seem extremely happy. I loved the scene. I thought it was hysterical about her talking about salsa and she had never tried ranch dressing. I thought it was a riot. Last night, Welcome to Plathville season 6, episode 7 aired. For me, this has been the slowest episode yet because episode 6 was Veronica Peters' reveal. So this one was Lydia's 20th surprise birthday party. To me, the funniest part and the most interesting was definitely Kim and Barry's interaction. You can tell that Barry Plath hates Kim so much, but he's trying to hold it in, which I kind of want to see Barry unleashed, honestly. Like the guy, he can hardly take it. And I feel like Barry, why not go balls to the wall, pal? Because you being restrained all these years with your kids, underneath that, the dude is raging out, hence like the enormous muscles, hence like it's always the people that are like so Christian and all that. They have the darkest rage. Let it fly, dude. What's the worst that's going to happen? In fact, it might actually help you. Like more people might even respect you. But last night we opened the show. Kim and Barry are talking about kind of their custody situation with the younger girls, which is 1 week off, 1 week on. People have asked me too, what are you hearing about their divorce? Well, the divorce between Kim and Barry is not finalized. They say on the episode last night, it's more financial. They own multiple properties. They're trying to figure that out. But I've also heard that, and this was in Touch. This was an article that came out a couple of months ago, that Barry is going for full custody of the kids. So I'm sure, and I mean, I have to imagine, we're getting towards the end of this season. People have kind of forgotten about Kim's DUI, which happened this time last year. But I think we're going to get, I think there's a chance that Barry could actually get full custody of these girls with that whole DUI situation. And she got community service. I think she had to pay a fine, but we really don't have any. Is she in rehab? Like, I mean, we see her on that boat. Like she's all about this season, sipping on her margaritas, living life, drinking every night. That didn't work. So, but last night was fairly low key. It was fairly boring. We didn't see Veronica again. We follow Olivia back here to LA, and she talks about more of her dynamic with Ethan. And she drops 2 bombshells that people are really on her side about. The first one is she talks about when she was a wife to Ethan, she was going to cook every night for him. She was going to be this traditional wife. And then Ethan kind of expected it. And then they roll a clip of Ethan saying the way to a man's heart is through his stomach and women should be in the kitchen. And yeah, that was the expectation. Okay. Well, that is a unique kind of woman. And not many of them exist anymore. Although a lot of women are going back to that. A lot of women want to be that trad housewife. More power to you. I'm with Olivia on this one. I'm looking for a 50-50 partner, which is what I have in my husband, who does so much. Laundry, dishes, 50-50 with our son. It's great. The other thing, the other bombshell she drops is she really talks about how her confidence is shot because she would do things to appeal to be sexy for Ethan, doing her makeup. And then she'd say, do you think I look pretty? Do you like my makeup? And he'd be like, you have 11 piercings on your face. Ah. And she's like, I just can't get over that. I'm like, I hear you, girl. That is rough. And to me, that is such the sign of a couple that's not in love. Also, by the way, I mean, somebody that, it sounds like Ethan really was so traditional, they just seem like oil and water. And also at the same time, so young. But she's like going all out. She's really, really kind of playing into the fact, not playing into the fact. I mean, this is her story. It's her truth, but she's not afraid to go there and really say what Ethan was like. And it's not a flattering picture. It's a very almost sort of controlling one, a little bit jealous of her maybe, and one he's resentful. So we don't get Ethan's response to that. The most interesting part too about last night, I thought, was it is nice to see this Plath family back together. Now, yeah, I want Barry to let out his rage because he clearly hates Kim. However, at Lydia's surprise 20th birthday, it was fun to see them all together. It was fun to see them laughing, to see them all together. Now, we all know maybe this is just put on for the cameras. Maybe they all can't stand each other. There's also, people have done deep dives into which Plath family members are following each other and which are not. And for the record, Mariah Plath is not following Micah or Ethan on social media, and people are very disturbed by this. She's also wiped her Instagram clean. I'm going to be honest. I think that's probably because so many people have come for her over her music. Like, y'all are, just savage about her songs. Like, let this queen get out there and do some folk music. Now, would I pay for the music? No, but like the circus one that's supposed to be about Olivia, I'm in a circus. I kind of like it. I like it. Poor Mariah's having a rough season. Everyone's coming for her. People are hating on her worse than Kim and Barry. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, don't you all remember they're the catalyst for all this trouble? Like, what? What? But so those were some of the highlights I thought that were most interesting. Lydia gets an electric violin for her 20th birthday. Only a Plath could be excited about this. The rest of us, when we were 20, wanted, a funnel to play more beer pong or something, but she is over the moon for this high-end electric violin. She's still going to church every day. People want to know where that prayer closet is at. I want to see that too. And then they end the show with something very funny. And I also think kind of represents the underlying resentments they all have to Kim. And I thought this was kind of playful on Kim's part. Kim decides to get into a dunk tank and allow them to dunk on her, to like throw a ball, see if they can dunk her. The kids all take a round. Barry's like, I'm going to sit this one out. Because Barry would not even throw that. He would go up and kick that thing in, and he would just hold her head under. Like he would. Barry'd make sure she had some fear in her eyes down there in that dunk tank. But it's Micah who ends up dunking her. She goes in to the tank and, she's a good sport about it. She's like, okay. And Mike is like, you know what? This actually made my month. What does that say? When's the last time you put your mom in a dunk tank? You nailed it. You dunked her. And then you were so elated about it. You were happy for a month. That's some sign of we need group therapy. That tells you everything there is to tell you about Kim. So anyhow, not my favorite. I think there's been a lot of hits this season, but we're getting close to wrapping it up. So are we going to turn a little bit darker? Because I don't know. So far, I don't see it, but we will see if that plays out in the coming weeks. And what other? Okay, so that was like the big recap. I think we're all caught up. Everyone's talking about Gino's new woman, the mystery woman, Kelly Wagner. I'm sure we will find out more about her, more about Angela over the coming weeks, although I think it's going to be rather quiet as we now have so many attorneys involved. Oh, and the one thing too, now I've heard mixed things about this. There is that picture circulating, it's on my social media, of Michael Ilesanmi in front of a Mercedes. I know I shouted out Johnny Yates, who has the very popular YouTube channel, if you watch that, giving you all the 90-day scoops, sister wives, tons of stuff. He says, well, he posted the picture. I think he was the first. I've heard mixed things from you guys. Some people tell me this picture was taken in May. Some people tell me this picture was taken in Nigeria. I mean, he could own a Mercedes in Nigeria too. Just saying. And a lot of people have told me, what is this? Like, this doesn't mean anything. Anybody can pose in front of a car. Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way. I'm just telling you what's out there. So doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I would love to have Michael on the show. I would love for Michael to tell his story. Everybody loves Michael. He's been on Iffy's Kitchen. She's not his attorney, by the way. She's the very popular Nigerian YouTuber, cook, and attorney. And love it. Love it. Love it. So we'll see. I suspect there's going to be a lot more being revealed over the next few days as their divorce and couple of weeks as their divorce and countersuits continue. All right. Follow me on TikTok for more at the Sarah Fraser Show. Also on Reddit, reddit.com/r/the Sarah Fraser Show. Become a member of our Reddit group. Clearly it's free. Just join. You can jump in the Reddit conversations, the interview conversations. So much goes up there. It's another amazing week here on TSFS. Spencer Pratt, reality star Spencer Pratt, joined the podcast on Monday. Yesterday, I gave you some fascinating TV to watch, including HBO's new series called Chimp Crazy, which is done by the same guy that did Tiger King. Epic. That is out. And then tomorrow, I have David Yontef behind the velvet rope on with lots of Real Housewives of New Jersey scoop and updates. Friday, our favorite plastic surgeon, Dr. Maya, joins the pod to talk about how you can overcome your fears of plastic surgery. If you've always just felt so self-conscious about something on your body, she really does great work. And it's about natural plastic surgery. That's on the pod Friday. Saturday, we have Rachel Yucatel from Misunderstood, and Sunday, a special edition with David Yontef with more Bravo Scoop. Bye, everybody.